afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to afternoon news source only here at Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. I'm Chynna Basillaje, bringing you today's top stories. Now let's move on to today's headlines. Vice President Sara Duterte personally attended the House Appropriations Committee hearing Tuesday to present her office's proposed 889 million pesos budget for 2026, appearing alone to defend the proposal. Palawan Representative Jose Pepito Alvarez noted he had requested last week's deliberation be deferred amid reports Duterte skipped the session. During the hearing, Duterte clarified that no public funds were used for her personal travels.
No public funds were used for all my travels. I did not charge representation. I did not charge tickets. I did not charge per dime for all my travels in the office of the Vice President. So if you can see in the breakdown of the budget of travel for Office of the Vice President, you can see that there was a zero amount for the Vice President.
She also listed her international trips from July 2024 to the present after being asked by House Deputy Minority Leader Antonio Tino about OVP spending on official and personal leave, noting that under Civil Service Commission rules, the President and Vice President have no allotted leave.
From July 2024, I went to Germany. In December 2024, I went to Denmark. In January 2025, I went to Japan. In the third and fourth week of January, I went back to Japan. In February of third week and last week of February, I went back to Japan. On March, I went to Hong Kong. On March, I went to the Netherlands. On May, I went to Qatar and the Netherlands. On June, I went to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Malaysia. On June, I went to Australia. On July, I went to the Netherlands and the Republic of Korea. And very recently, from August to September, I went to Kuwait, the Netherlands, France, and Belgium.
The session had been postponed earlier after the panel barred OVP representatives below the rank of undersecretary from attending. Meanwhile, Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon on Tuesday revealed that fake, non-passable tubes were used in a 180 million peso dike project in Bawang, La Union. Dizon said the tubes were supposed to serve as water outlets during floods but were merely patched in and cut off. The project, handled by Silver Wolves Construction, was declared complete in May 2025. Dizon, with ICI advisor and Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, inspected the site and vowed to summon engineers and pursue a second batch of cases over substandard projects. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. on Tuesday urged government-owned and controlled corporations, or GOCCs, to streamline processes and adopt modern technology to provide Filipinos easy and dignified access to services. Speaking during GOCC's Day, Marcos highlighted that dividend remittances have surged from an average of 36 billion pesos in 2011 to 2013 to over 137 billion pesos in 2024. He emphasized that these contributions help fund priority programs, reflecting the government's commitment to fiscal discipline and maximizing non-tax revenues. And now for our international news, UN rights expert Francesca Albanese on Monday accused Israel of committing genocide in Gaza, condemning the complicity of countries that continue arms trade and diplomatic engagement. Speaking in Geneva, Albanese said the United States and other nations are enabling unlawful killings, describing the situation as the shame of our time. She cited nearly 65,000 civilian deaths in Gaza and warned that ongoing support for Israel amid the crisis would be judged harshly by history, urging global accountability for those responsible. U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday proposed that public listed companies should no longer be required to report earnings quarterly, suggesting a shift to a 6-month reporting model similar to the EU and UK. He said this would let managers focus on running their companies effectively. The SEC, which has mandated quarterly reporting since 1970, is reviewing the proposal. Analysts warn while it could reduce cost, it may also increase market volatility due to less frequent financial guidance. Senate President pro tempore Panfilo Ping Lacson on Monday vowed to help augment the crumb-sized 2026 budget of the Anti-Money Laundering Council and other key regulatory bodies. Speaking at the Senate Finance Committee hearing, Lacson criticized cuts that reduced AMLC's proposed 333.1 million pesos budget to 170.161 million pesos, affecting cybersecurity and anti-money laundering programs. He urged realigning funds from unnecessary items in other agencies to fully support AMLC, ARTA, GCG, and PCC, emphasizing their vital role in combating corruption and financial crimes. The PSEI climbed this morning, gaining 56.62 points or 0.93% to close at 6,114.05, while the All-Shares Index also rose by 23.22 points. Financial, services, and mining and oil led sectoral gains, while property was the only decliner. Most active traded stocks include BPI, ICT, and CNVRG. Now for our sports update. In celebration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s 68th birthday, the Philippine Sports Commission donated 2,000 sports ball to the Office of the President to boost grassroots sports in public schools. The donation includes volleyballs, basketballs, and footballs from national sports federations. Partnering with DepEd, the PSC aims to revive school sports club, intramurals, and inter-school competitions, supporting Marcos' vision for a national sports development program. PSC Chairman Pato Gregorio hailed the initiative as a milestone for nurturing young Filipino athletes. A Quezon City Regional Trial Court released a bench warrant against Journey vocalist Arnel Pineda after he missed an initial hearing related to a complaint filed by his estranged wife under the Anti-Violence Against Women and Children Act. Bail was set at 72,000 pesos, but authorities say Arnel's whereabouts are unknown. His lawyer clarified the warrant is procedural, not a criminal arrest, noting that the Department of Justice dismissed the case on September 4, calling the complaint baseless. And Katribu, did you know on this day in 1975, Papua New Guinea officially gained independence, ending decades of Australian colonial rule. The Pacific island nation began its journey of self-governance, celebrating sovereignty, national identity, and the promise of a new era. This historic milestone remains a defining moment in the country's history. And netizens are in awe of a cute video online featuring a cat with bent paws, cleverly using them to ski across the floor. One netizen commented, "She's smoother than butter." The video has garnered 41.7 thousand reactions and 1.3 thousand shares on Facebook. And that's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. for more updates. Once again, I'm Chynna Basillaje, and this has been Tribune News on Q.